Hello, my name is Tim Adams, and I'm a 1979 graduate of Murray High School. And I want to take this opportunity to say thanks for allowing me to spend a few minutes with you here today. I know these are tough times, they're unusual times. We're all dealing with the pandemic and all the aspects of the change in life that comes with this. But I can assure you this will pass and better times are ahead, so remain optimistic. Just a quick word about my background. As I said, I graduated from Murray High School in 1979. I was born and raised in Murray. In fact, multiple generations of my family have lived in Murray really since the 18th century. After I left Murray High School, I moved to Lexington, Kentucky. I attended the University of Kentucky, where I took an undergraduate degree in economics and finance, and then 2 graduate degrees, one Master of Arts in International Affairs from the Patterson School of Diplomacy, and then a Master's of Public Policy and Administration from the Martin School. After graduating from the University of Kentucky, I moved to Washington, D.C., and it was approximately 1988, and I've been in Washington. It's been my home ever since. And I've had a variety of really incredibly interesting jobs since I've lived here. I've been very fortunate. I worked in a number of different agencies, the U.S. Treasury Department being one. I worked at the White House for Herbert Walker Bush, known as Bush 41. I was a young policy analyst and had 3 great years working in the White House. I then left in 1992 and started my own company. It was a startup focused on providing insights into global policy trends, and my clientele were mostly New York and London and Tokyo-based institutions. After doing that a number of years, I went back into politics. I worked in the 2000 campaign, and then went back once we won to the U.S. Treasury Department. I was a chief of staff to 2 Treasury secretaries, and then I was the Undersecretary for International Affairs, which means I was principally the U.S. government's principal international diplomat for all things finance and economics related. I did that for a number of years and then left at the end of the Bush administration. And I've been at my current capacity, which is the Institute of International Finance. I'm the CEO and president here. And we represent over 450 financial institutions, the largest financial institutions in the world, that are located in some 70 different countries, mostly in the major financial centers of London and Tokyo, Paris, Frankfurt, and throughout the world. And we do research for them, we do advocacy work for them, and we evaluate new and emerging policies that they should be focused on. It's a remarkable job, and one I thoroughly enjoy. You know, the adage is, if you find something you really love doing, it's not really a job. And that is true here. I'm truly blessed to have the job that I have. We have offices here in Washington, D.C., but we have offices also around the world, in Brussels, Belgium, in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, in Singapore, and in Beijing, China. So people often ask, well, how did you get here? What's the secret sauce for your career? Well, a lot of it just goes back to my time in Murray, things I learned from my parents, what's in my DNA. Pretty simple stuff, really. It's you work hard, you show up on time, you've got to be kind and humble, you treat people like you want to be treated. I mean, it's pretty basics. It's amazing how far that and just common sense will get you in the world, and a little bit of luck. But there have been other aspects as well. I've always been incredibly curious. I read everything I can get my hands on. I have a library here in my office, but a huge library at home. I love traveling, and I always want to know what's over the hill or around the corner. I've visited over 100 countries, and many of those countries I've visited many times. I've been from the Nordics to the very southern tip of Chile and Argentina. And so I enjoy new places and new experiences. I guess if I had lived in a previous time, I would have thought of myself as an explorer. I also don't fear failure. I fail every day. I make mistakes every day. We all do. We're human. Some people can be paralyzed by failure. I actually use it as a learning exercise. And I look for ways that when I do fail, not to fail more than once, but what's the lesson from it? And as Nelson Mandela once said, if you're going to fail, then fail big. You know, make a big life for yourself, and if you're going to do it, live large and go out big. The other issue is, I guess I've always not let anyone else define who I am, and that's a lesson I I urge for you as well. Be your own person. Be a little iconoclastic. Be a little idiosyncratic. Don't let someone else force a certain kind of conformity onto you. You know, as Ralph Waldo Emerson said, to be great is to be misunderstood. And then he went on to say, do not go where the path may lead, but go where there is no path and leave a trail. And I think that's absolutely right. If there's one lesson I can leave for you, it is be your own person. And don't let anyone ever tell you you can't do something, because you most certainly can. The only limits you face are those that are self-imposed. And let me leave one last thought with you. And it's the motto from the Fields Medal. The Fields Medal is the highest medal given in the field of mathematics. There is no Nobel Prize for mathematics, so it's the Fields Medal is the Nobel equivalent. And on the Fields Medal, it's a quote from Archimedes of Syracuse that says, "Rise above oneself and grasp the world." And that's sort of my motto, is rise above oneself and grasp the world. Grasp meaning both a verb, to seize, to grasp with your hands and your imagination, but also a noun in a sense of understanding and contemplating and trying to be informed and contemplative about the world. So I hope all of you are well. Thank you for allowing me to spend a few minutes with you today. There's a great big world out there. Go see it, go feel it, go touch it, go understand it. You won't be disappointed. Thank you very much.